welcome to this Honcast.com presentation on BreakyCPK. Gonna be your shoutcasting host, and joining me is Hippie of the Honcast staff once again, and this is our second Funcast of the day here on our Honcast Daily Cast, Wednesday Funcast. And we're going to go with a different idea. We have not done this idea yet for a Funcast, but it requires a little bit of coordination from the players that are in the game, but hopefully everything works out. We're going to be going with a mirror match mode. Basically, what that means is we will have a 5 versus 5 of the same exact heroes on either side. If it works out, hopefully it does, and we'll go from there. So it should be entertaining, should be some fun, and we'll see what we get out of it. But like I said, I am joined by Hippie once again. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Last game was so much fun. 3 Doombringers on 1 Madman. And this should be an interesting idea. I think we're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing how this plays out. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started now. It is a banning pick mode is what we decided to go with. So we'll go through the banning phase of 4 bans for either side, of course. And then the mirror mode will start, hopefully. So now let's see who gets the first ban. Okay, so the Legion side, so they're going to have the first ban, which means, of course, they'll have the first pick. So Rafflecopter will be picking a hero, and then Ha-Chu on the Hellborn side, he'll have to pick that same exact hero. They are allowed to swap through one another at the end of it. As long as it's the same 5 heroes on either side, everything should be just dandy. We were thinking about doing random, but we're not sure if that'll give a gold advantage to a certain side. I mean, just people say it won't for banning pick, but for this time, we'll just go this mode. And if it is successful, I mean, we'll definitely look into that for changing it up a little bit in the future. It'll be some fun. Alright, okay, so there's the banning phase. Now let's see what happens. With the picking, that is true. I mean, the Legion team, they technically have more picks as a result of this. They'll get 3, where the Hellborn only gets 2. But, I mean, you're playing the same exact heroes. Come on. It's not like, yeah, it's the same exact heroes. Alright, so what is this guy going to choose? Torture. Alright, so now pink. There we go. Okay. So now gray gets to choose another hero. You could technically choose the same hero now that I think about it. Because, I mean, it is duplicate mode, and if they really wanted to, they could choose the same exact hero. I prefer that not to happen, of course, but we'll see. So Torture, an interesting first pick there. See, this is where the mind games come in. It's like, not only do you obviously want to play a hero that you're comfortable with and you're good at, but you also have to think of who you're picking for as well, and kind of think to yourself, well, what if they're great at that same hero as well? I mean, maybe if you look at their most played heroes or something like that, and you kind of get some information off of that. So, yeah, there is some strategy involved. It would be kind of cool if Best 2 actually just implemented a mode like this into the game to help it out.
Yeah, just shoot Malik in a little EMAT.
Yeah, right. Alright, so Gauntlet. Now light blue has to choose Gauntlet. So now purple gets to choose the next one. He's already talking about the lanes. El Gauntlet. We don't get to see the rest of the El Gauntlet this game. These guys are really putting some thought into these picks here. It's taking quite a while. Using their overtime and everything.
We need 3 Balfagors on each side.
Yeah. I'm just hoping somebody just does an off-the-wall pick, like a War Beast or something. I mean, that's where it would be kind of cool to do the random, but like I said, this is our first time doing it. It's not like we're going to stop doing it after this. I mean, there's many more casts to come like this in the future, and we will have tried that out as well.
Blood Hunter.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so light blue has to choose Wild Soul. Yeah, I get some variety here. Ooh, dark green knew what he was going with. All right, so now we got orange with the last pick. So we will see what they decide to finish it with. In terms of lanes, I mean, you obviously got you got probably going to have the Wild Soul Jungle for either side. See, this is the really fun thing with a mirror match like this is do both teams do the same exact laning phase? That's where it gets really interesting. Because obviously the same exact heroes, theoretically you would expect that, but depending on who's playing who, the skill level and everything, where they're more comfortable at, it could definitely be different. So then you'll also have to think of how they're setting it up as well. There's just so much thought.
I mean, assuming a jungling Wild Soul, they'll probably be the same lanes, because lane compositions that include a jungler are usually kind of strict.
Pollywog Priest, interesting last pick right there. All right, so lineups are finished. For being picks, for being a banning pick game, I think we managed to actually get a pretty legit variety of heroes here. So I'm actually pretty happy with the outcome. So yeah, Torturer, Gauntlet, Wild Soul, Wretched Hag, and Pollywog Priest. That's a 5-man lineup for either side. See, now this is where it's going to be interesting too, is calling this game. It's saying the Pollywog Priest. What Pollywog
Gauntlet
Priest?
ults on the Gauntlet, and Gauntlet ults on the Gauntlet.
It's going to be hard to describe exactly. I mean, we might have to use actual names of the players to help it out, I guess.
At least you're admitting it.
That is true. The Pollywog Priest chose an alternate skin, so it kind of ruins it. Bastard. Yeah, I could just do it by color. And the green player kills the orange player. It'd be so generic. Red versus blue. Yeah, it would be great if the Wild Souls farmed the opposing team's jungles. Each like in the other jungles. So yeah, this is where things are interesting now. How do they lane? I mean, if I had to guess, Wretched Hag would probably be middle, Wild Soul jungle. I guess it'd be Pollywog in the short lane for either team, and then Torture or Gauntlet in the long lanes. I don't know.
I would prefer Gauntlet middle, Wretched Hag long lanes solo, and then Pollywog Torture in the short lane.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how the teams decide to go about it. Both teams have a courier. That's a good start. In fact, the Legion team has 2 couriers. It's a better start.
Clutch.
Uh-oh.
And there goes Wretched Hag for the Hellborn.
We better reconnect. That'd be kind of lame if we got the mirror match to work and then all of a sudden just someone disconnects. That would ruin everything.
I'd be trolling.
There he goes, reconnecting. Good, good, good. Honski. Trying to claim he's Honey. That's silly. Honey was voted the best overall player of the year, by the way, in the Ghost of Gamer polls. I found that very interesting. Especially since, I mean, by all means deserving, but he has been inactive for quite a while. Ever since really the whole KD thing.